Hello again, welcome back to the channel. Next month, I'm gonna visit my brother in Sydney for a 1-week trip. And I've been looking for a sling that I can use as a pocket replacement when I'm at the airport and for EDC when I arrive at my destination. The sling should easily carry my travel documents, passport, phone, wallet, power bank and AirPods, as well as bulkier items such as my Sony A6000 with a Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens, plus one more Sony 35mm f1.8 lens. The sling also needs to be able to carry my Kindle, but it shouldn't be too large that it's awkward on my chest. Aside from airport use, I want the sling to serve as a small EDC bag that can also carry a water bottle and an umbrella at the same time while we explore the city. And the first brand that came to mind was Australia's own Alpaka. I was looking at the Alpaka flight sling, but I felt that it was too slim and small for my needs. I reached out to Marlin Gear, the first official online retailer of Alpaka here in the Philippines, and they were kind enough to send me a few slings to test and review. One sling that stood out was this 5-liter Alpaka Go Sling Mini V2 in X-Pac. If you've been canvassing for slings as well, you might discover that most slings in the market don't even have a back pocket. But this one has one. In fact, it actually has 3 pockets in total. And I'll show you later what fits inside. This video is my review of the Alpaka Go Sling Mini V2 in X-Pac, and all my observations and opinions are based on a 2-week testing period. This review is not sponsored. There was no exchange of money, and if I like this enough, I still have to buy it for myself. Marlin Gear and I are definitely aligned in making sure that this review is 100% authentic and honest, with both pros and cons. And that's what we're gonna talk about in this video. And hopefully, this review is useful enough that it allows you to make a good purchase decision if this is the right sling for you. As for the price, on Marlin Gear's website, the Alpaka Go Sling Mini V2 costs 4,600 pesos in X-Pac. It's a bit cheaper if it's Axoflux. And on Alpaka Gear's website, it's around $90. For the dimensions, length is 29 centimeters, height is 19 centimeters, and depth is 9.5 centimeters. The weight for this X-Pac VX21 version is 0.4 kilograms, and the volume is 5 liters. When you hear the word mini, you'd think that it's small. But for a 5-liter sling, this Alpaka Go Sling Mini is actually large. The naming convention comes from having a size that's in between the regular 5.5 liter and the smaller Go Sling Nano that's 1.6 liter. And when you compare it with Bellroy's 6-liter Venture Sling, it can actually carry more things. If you want me to compare these two in another review, comment down below. Just goes to show that brands measure capacity differently, and you really need to do a bit of research to know what can fit inside the bag that you're planning to buy. As for the material is made with X-Pac VX21, which is a water-resistant fabric used as sailcloth. It's the same material used in Alpaka's X-Pac tech case. And if you want to find out more about X-Pac, the company, Alpaka recently interviewed them. If you found this video to be useful so far, click like and subscribe, as it allows us to make more reviews like this one. Aside from a dark green X-Pac version, the Alpaka Go Sling Mini V2 also comes in the recycled fabric called Axoflux, also in black and army green. Axoflux, which is a 300D polyester material, is more abrasion resistant than X-Pac, but is not as water resistant. Axoflux is found in most of Alpaka's slings and bags, just like my green 26-liter Alpaka Elements Backpack Pro. The back of the sling is made with an 840D ballistic nylon back panel. In terms of branding, it's so low-key that you actually have to find the Alpaka logo. Perfect for those who like their logos to be a bit subtle so that the bag doesn't attract too much attention. Let's talk about the zippers. All zippers, including the one on the back pocket, are using YKK AquaGuard with PU coating for extra water resistance. The best zippers you can ever ask for in a bag. Despite the protection that these kinds of zippers can give, there are definitely some issues based on what I've read online. Like it takes a while to break in and open and close, but I haven't experienced this myself. And I also saw a comment on the Alpaka Collector's Facebook group that he was afraid that the PU coating might deteriorate just like his Air Day Sling 3 Max because of the humid weather. But I own 2 Alpaka bags and they look perfect. I have reviewed an Air Day Sling 3 Max and the bag I borrowed from my friend suffers from the same issues. Once I buy one of these myself, I hope it lasts as long as possible. I'm sure the zipper has a bit of a resistance to it, but it can be a bit of a deterrent for pickpockets. The zipper for the main compartment is unfortunately not lockable, but good that we have this back pocket for the most sensitive of items. All zippers have these rubberized Hypalon style zipper pulls, which makes it easier to access any of the pockets. This is also an improvement over the V1 as that version didn't have zipper pulls. The buckle is magnetic and is made by Fidlock, a well-known brand in the magnetic buckle space. The version that they have here looks so cool and premium, and reminds me of the buckles that they have on modern Tumi bags. The benefit of magnetic buckles is that you can easily remove the sling even when you're wearing it on your body. Although because of the size of the buckle, it might be challenging to remove when you have a backpack on, compared to other slings that use standard yet quality Duraflex buckles. The buckle is large, but at least it's flat. Fidlock magnetic buckles give the impression that they can be removed by accident, but you need to pull this thing in order to remove the buckle. Other Fidlock buckles, just like the one on the Air Day 3 Sling Max, do have the tendency of being detached by mistake based on the owner of the bag I reviewed, but I haven't experienced this myself. This Fidlock is definitely harder to remove when it's on your body, or takes a while to get used to. The nano and regular sized Go Slings use different versions of the Fidlock magnetic buckle. The strap is made with a seatbelt-like material and can be lengthened up to 110 centimeters. It's wide enough for those cases wherein you need to pack something heavy, ensuring comfort. The 5-liter sling shouldn't be heavy to the point that the strap needs padding. The strap also has 4 strap keepers, making sure that there's no strap dangle. On the sides of the bag, there are these attachment points that give you the option for Alpaka's hub accessories, or to hook on a carabiner. I've seen reviewers use a carabiner to hang water bottles, but I find that to be a bit clunky. Even hanging a tote here while it's on my body is something that I'm not used to, but it's definitely an option. I've also seen comments of people that they wanted to remove the strap to turn this into a tech case, but you can't because it's sewn on the bag. However, the strap can be removed for the OG Go Sling 5.5-liter option. This carry handle is made with the same material as the strap and is a convenient way to carry the sling in short distances, from point A to point B. I just don't see myself using this when we're walking for hours, but it is a nice feature to have. It's also easy to pull the bag just in case you place it under the seat in front of you when you're flying. The strap can be shortened for crossbody mode and can be worn on your chest or on your back. I'm 5'8" for your reference. It's a large sling, but it still looks good, especially when you pack light and the bag is slim. If I decide to do one bag travel to cut on costs, I can use the sling as a pocket reliever or for quick access when I'm at immigration. I don't have to empty my pockets anymore since I can just dump everything here. When they ask for my passport, it's easily accessible because of the back pocket. Just make sure that the bag is not too full so your passport doesn't get stuck. This is what it looks like while I'm wearing my 40-liter TomTalk travel backpack. Link in the description for a full review of this bag. When the plane lands and I get to my destination, the sling is large enough for EDC and I can carry this with my day pack. This is what it looks like while I'm carrying my 26-liter Alpaka Elements Backpack Pro, and I also have reviewed this bag, and you can also find the link in the description. When the bag is full, like when I'm carrying my A6000 plus an extra lens, or a water bottle and umbrella at the same time, I like to use it more on my back, as long as there's no danger of pickpockets. Alternatively, you can lengthen the strap for messenger mode, and that's another flexible carrying style if you're using the sling as a camera bag, giving you convenient access to your gear. Now that I have a son, I don't want the buckle hitting his face, so messenger style might be its default carrying mode when I'm with my family. The bag can be lengthened 2 ways until it gives you the best fit. Only downside to the strap is that it's hard to adjust while it's on your body. And you can also see this thing that looks like teeth so that the straps stay in place. Alpaka has these magnetic stabilizers that are optional accessories that you buy separately if you plan to use this when biking, and you can attach that here. Let's open the front pocket, and here you have a glimpse of the lining used, which is a 300D blood orange honeycomb ripstop nylon that's only available in this X-Pac version, similar to Alpaka's X-Pac tech case, giving you good visibility. The front pocket has a magnetic MOD Key Tether, which you can use for both your house keys and car keys. The magnet is definitely satisfying to attach and detach, and it's made of maglocks and not Fidlock. It's also a good brand since you can find this on a lot of Alpaka's bags as well. The front pocket has 2 large slip pockets. Right now, I only have the ski card, and these are good spots for thin items if you're planning to fill the bag up. So you can imagine that this pocket can be a good place for parking tickets or receipts. Note that this pocket eats into the main compartment and might be hard to access if the main compartment is full, so you don't really have to fill this up. If security is a concern, the back pocket is a better place for your wallet, passport, and phone. And it has the same ripstop nylon interior. Another thing I didn't like about the key leash is that it has the tendency to get stuck when you're closing the zipper. Let's open the main compartment so you can see the materials used, the different pockets of organization, what fits inside, as well as alternative loadouts. Notice that the zippers only open to like 25% of the bag, and I thought it was gonna hinder access and limit what you can fit inside. But just like Alpaka's backpacks that are deceivingly slim, you just stretch it out a bit to maximize the 5-liter capacity. In the main compartment, I have my 12-ounce Clean Canteen insulated water bottle, a minimalist wallet that I bought from Central Market in Malaysia, my DJI Osmo Action 4, which I bring everywhere for B-roll footage, a small umbrella, and at the bottom is my Anker power bank, so I can charge my USB-C and USB-A devices while on the go. In this first slip pocket, I have my Audio-Technica wired earphones and my AirPods. Then in the second slip pocket, I have a bunch of USB-C and lightning cables. I prefer placing cables here than in front because it's easier. In this tech sleeve with a bit of fleece lining, I have my Kindle, and it's actually spacious enough to fit my iPhone 6s Plus at the same time. Officially, the Sling is marketed to both iPad mini users and Nintendo Switch gamers. Lastly, I have a pen in this pen loop that also has branding, so I can easily fill out immigration forms. Alternatively, you can also place a stylus here. And now that the bag is empty, you can clearly see the beautiful blood orange honeycomb ripstop nylon, giving you really good visibility as it contrasts well with the black X-Pac. You're also able to see the amount of space that the Sling has. Notice that it doesn't have a dedicated glasses pocket, not like the 6-liter Bellroy Venture Sling. And that's definitely a downer if you intend to bring your sunnies or prescription glasses in this Sling. It's not stopping you from carrying your glasses in its case, but that's definitely gonna add bulk to your loadout. To demonstrate the size of the front zippered pocket, I can actually place my power bank, my phone, AirPods, wired earphones, as well as my house keys. There is a tendency to sacrifice what you can fit into the main compartment if you fill up the front pocket. Surprisingly, even if it looks tight, my umbrella, tumbler, Kindle, and wallet can still fit. And I can still place my cables in those internal slip pockets and pack my DJI Osmo Action 4 last. In this back pocket, I have my travel documents and my passport. I can also move my phone to the back pocket and place the power bank in front of the Kindle. It will be hard to take things out of your bag if it's super full, so that's something to take into consideration. As an alternative loadout, you can also turn this into a minimalist camera sling with one small mirrorless camera like my Sony A6000 with a 35mm f1.8 lens attached to it, plus one extra bulkier lens like this Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. Although it is kinda hard to place one small camera inside and a water bottle at the same time. After testing this sling for 2 weeks, I'll definitely buy this for myself and use it when I go to Sydney. It looks really good for the price, has quality materials, and can be used as a minimalist camera sling. It definitely has limitations in terms of what you can pack, but anything larger is already too bulky for my travel use case. But just in case you're looking for different alternative recommendations at different price points, on the budget end, it has to be the TomTalk Crossbody sling. It also has a back pocket for your passport, although it's smaller. And on the high end, it's the Bellroy 6-liter Venture Sling. It has more or less a similar capacity to the Go Sling Mini, although it doesn't have a back pocket, and is twice the price. But if you love Bellroy's story, how the brand supports the environment, and their design sensibilities, I can say that it's worth it. If the space is not enough for your EDC, then there's the 5.5-liter Go Sling that can fit an iPad Pro. But that to me already looks more like a messenger bag. If you've made it until the end, I super appreciate your support. This is actually my first year anniversary product review, and I love seeing and replying to all of your comments. As for our stats as a young YouTube channel, we're currently at 345 subscribers, around 2,500 watch hours, and 70,000 views. Still a long way to go for monetization, and we definitely need to make sure that our content creation is sustainable. But we'll definitely get there because of you. I look forward to making more reviews so that these videos help you in making better buying decisions. If you're interested in watching more, click on any of these videos below. And see you again on the next one. Bye-bye!